going on, all you mentees? This is the Uncanny Omar with
Miss Lydia
and
Adjectiveless Alicia.
That's right. And today we're going to give you a review of the Mighty Marvel Masterworks
Captain Marvel.
Volume
1.
These kids are so good. Let's get started.
Thank you to David Gabriel.
And all the folks at Marvel for sending us a copy of this book.
So today we are doing a review of Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
Thank you. You don't have to say Marvel every time. Captain Marvel, Mighty Marvel Masterworks Volume 1, collecting Marvel superheroes 12 and 13, Captain Marvel 1 through 7, and then material from NOT BRAND ECHH, number 6 or 9, or one of those numbers. So, a little bit of history behind this character. This is the first time that Marvel used the name Captain Marvel. Do you all know about a distinguished competition that also used the name Captain Marvel and who that is?
Is girl.
Is girl. No, that's not even a sentence. That's right. DC had a character that they ended up getting from Fawcett Comics, and his name was Captain Marvel. Do you know who that character became? I'm sure your generation probably knows him as this name. His name is Billy Batson, and he turns into this character.
No, wait, I can...
What is the magic word that he says to turn
Shazam.
into? Shazam. That's right. So that is Captain Marvel. However, because Fawcett lost the rights to the character, DC bought him up. But it's a really interesting history that they couldn't buy up the licensing or the copyright for the title. So he could be called Captain Marvel within the comic, but they could not put it on the title of the book. So that's why you see on the title of Captain Marvel, well, now he's known as Shazam, I think. Now you see titles like The Power of Shazam or Shazam. But this was the first time that Marvel was able to use a character named Captain Marvel on the title of their book. And this is a brand new character, and he does distinguish a lot. Like, he is a lot different than a lot of Marvel characters, and I'll let you all talk a little bit about that. But this was the creation of Gene Colan and Stan Lee. Gene Colan did not like the character design. He hated the green and white costume. So later on, when you had another writer come in, Roy Thomas and Gil Kane stepped up and redesigned the costume. So that's probably the costume you all may see later on when a future volume of this comes out. All right, that was a little bit of history. So, late 60s, another Silver Age book. What makes this character so different, Miss Lydia? That's not you.
Miss Lydia.
You're not Miss Lydia, are you? Okay. What makes this character so different?
Basically, first of all, he's from outer space. He is a Kree.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically sent to Earth as a spy, so it's not even like, oh, you're being sent to Earth, Captain Marvel. Well, his actual name is Mar-Vell, and they just call him Captain Marvel. But, like, you know, he isn't sent to Earth to, like, make sure to defeat all the bad guys. It's just actually to spy.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the Kree may end up even, like, killing everybody on Earth, and, like, just because it's not really that useful, I think. I think that's, like, the reason, like...
Yeah, they see us underneath them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, whenever you're dealing with the Kree and the Skrull during this particular time, there's always that threat of alien races coming down here to destroy us. Why did they call him Captain Marvel? Do you remember?
Because, he said his name was Mar-Vell.
Yeah.
And everyone just heard Marvel, so they call him Captain Marvel.
Did he roll his eyes like, fine, I'm Captain Marvel?
No.
No, that scene never happened. That scene never happened. So, yeah, he got sent to Earth as a spy, which is really interesting. And on top of that, he is an alien, which you don't really see in comics outside of the guy with the red cape, who's an alien but learned to become part of our world. That, of course, is Superman. But
He's DC.
good job. He is DC. Good, you paid attention.
Remember.
Somebody watches Near Mint Condition. All right. So, tell me a little bit about the plot besides this. Like, who does he end up running into? Does he run into any of Earth's heroes? What kind of villains does he fight?
He runs into
He runs into Submariner like every other superhero.
Submariner? What's
he runs into the Skrull,
one of the Skrulls.
Oh, yeah, and the Sentry, which came from his planet.
Yeah.
The Kree Sentry. Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with the Sentry by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee that happened years later. So who are some of his supporting cast? Because every hero or every comic book lead needs a supporting cast.
there's a girl named Miss Danvers. She's like
Miss Danvers.
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 Would her first name be Carol Danvers? The blonde girl? Carol Danvers? Do you know who she will end up becoming later on?
I remember her name, but I don't remember.
Carol Danvers will eventually become Miss Marvel, and then in modern time now, she is Captain Marvel. She's taken his name. His title, not his name. Well, his name is Mar-Vell. But she plays an important part later on. Like, she does make an appearance through here. She's one of the first humans he meets. Mm-hmm. But he also has a couple of Kree with him, right? Like the medic.
Medic Una, that's his lover, because, you know, they all have girlfriends.
They all have girlfriends, that's right.
Yon-Rogg.
Yon-Rogg.
Yon-Rogg is trying to kill Captain Marvel.
So, yeah, why?
So he can have Medic Una to himself.
Yeah, and also because he wants power, because...
These love triangles, man.
No, but actually what they did was interesting with, like, Carol Danvers, like, it's like she's in love with Captain Marvel, and then, like, you know, Una's like, oh no, I'll lose him to her. So I think that was interesting, since all of it is always just, okay, there's the girl,
oh,
he loves her.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, you're right. I can't wait for you all to keep reading this, because this book changes 2 more times after this. It becomes a different type of story when he gets a new costume. Eventually, almost like he gets a new Earth, if you will, and almost like a godlike character is what he becomes.
What's his new costume look like?
It's got the star, the emblem right here, and
like,
it's like blue and red, and he ends up with blonde hair, because, you know, Kree. Alright, so all this written by Stan Lee and Roy Thomas, Arnold Drake, and then you have pencils in here by Gene Colan. I love his artwork, and Don Heck. So as a matter of fact, let's open the book up and check out some of this artwork. Alright, ladies, let's go ahead and start this. We have 2 different covers. Why is that, Miss Lydia? What is this one?
This is the direct market cover.
And this is the standard edition cover.
Do you know who drew the standard edition cover?
Michael Cho.
That's your buddy. And do you know who drew this cover right here, Miss Lydia? I'll give you a guess. Top billing for penciler.
Gene Colan.
Gene Colan, good guess. With Vince Colletta on inks. So everything else on the inside is the same, but spines are different.
And the backs.
And the backs are different. This one here is a limited edition. This one, not so much. But they can still go out of print. So let's take a closer look at this. So what were you all telling me when you first started reading this about his hair? What, you thought he was older?
Well, I mean, yeah, like, I remember a couple times them, like, calling him, like, a young man.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly thought he was, like, older just because, like, even not just the gray hair, but also just the way his, like, face looks, kind of. It just makes him look, like, a bit older.
A little bit older, a little more age. Maybe Kree age a little bit different. He looks a little wiser. Yeah, the hair always confused me because when I was a kid, I first read Captain Marvel stories that had him with blonde hair. So I was really confused as to who this guy in the green and white outfit was, and he had white hair. I thought it was a different character, kind of like Carol Danvers later on becoming Captain Marvel, or Monica Rambeau becoming Captain Marvel. It's just a title that you hold. So this is what the artwork looks like in Miss Danvers. Good eye there. Sentry. That is the Sentry. And
Scroll.
This, not just the scroll, but what kind of scroll? What makes him
scroll? Because he has all the powers of the Fantastic Four.
That's right. Did you all get to see Ronan the Accuser through here too?
Yes, we did.
So I know he makes an appearance through these pages. Super Scroll, because the Korean Scroll are always at it.
Some Mariner, because everybody fights him.
Yeah, he's such a misunderstood character through the 60s.
Yon-Rogg looks younger than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he does.
No, he looks older. Look at that face.
Yeah.
He looks mean and older.
Well, in one picture, he was like up to his shoulders to Captain Marvel.
There's the Metazoid. And let's look in the back here. There's Ronan, the Accuser. This is one of your favorite stories, Miss Alicia. Yeah, NOT brand ECHH. And all the way in the back, there's no extras, no house ads or anything, and other Mighty Marvel Masterworks. But that's it. Let's give it a rating. Now that we've seen the artwork, What are some of your favorite stories in here, Jimmy? You just pick one.
I like the one at the very end. The one where it like...
Not Brand ECHH.
Yeah, that one.
Why do you like that one?
It's funny.
It's funny. What makes it funny?
Because it's like in a different art style.
But it's a retelling of his coming to Earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, even in the panels, the way that he shows up, but it's just written with goofy dialogue. I remember that. That's, I always get it mixed up. Not Brand ECHH, number 9. What about you, Miss Lydia? What did you like?
I thought the Metazoid was... I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
The villain that he
The
fights?
Metadroid or Metazoid, I forgot which.
Oh, you're asking me.
But, like...
Metazoid.
But I just thought it was interesting because, like, at first he's like, oh, I don't want to hurt people. But then he's like, oh, guys, you're in the way. I'm sorry. I have to kill you so I can get to Dr. Lawson.
Yes, he does carry a gun with him, which was a lot different than a lot of the heroes back in the day with a shield or, well, I guess Cyclops had kind of a gun with his eyes. Anyway, all right. So, what would you all give Mighty Marvel Masterworks Captain Marvel number 1?
I liked it more than the other ones.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so out of 10, what would you
Well,
rate
I
it?
like Spider-Man more, but...
8.7.
Wow, that is a high rating. Not as high as Doctor Strange, but almost up there.
It's my favorite one.
This year so far. I can't wait to do our best reads for this year. What about you, Miss Lydia?
I'll give it a 7.5.
Seriously, wow. You kids surprise me. Like, it really surprises me that you enjoy Silver Age stories as much as you do. There's some that you've given a low rating, and I understand.
Like, which one was it? Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four Volume 2, I think.
Yeah, I was like...
But it surprises me that you all enjoy these so much. Okay, yeah, for me, I wasn't the biggest fan of this stuff. I love Gene Colan's artwork, so that kind of balances it out. This was a 6 out of 10 for me. I thought the story was okay. I didn't really care about the character. It surprises me that with that Marvel Superheroes 1 and 2, that the character was so popular that Marvel was like, hey, you're going to have your own series. Just because those stories were okay. It kind of read like a cheap sci-fi story. They got better, and they do get better and so different. So I'm glad that you all like this, because I'm curious when we get to future volumes how you all will feel about those future volumes. This episode is brought to you by cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, and you can use the code NEARMINTCONDITION at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
But that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you read Captain Marvel these years, leave your comments down below what you think about these first, I guess, 10 stories that are collected in this. Anything else, ladies?
Like and subscribe to the video and ring that bell for notifications.
Yeah, you said that with so much energy. What about you, Miss Lydia? Any last words?
Oh, stay minty.
Stay minty.
Bye, everybody. What's that?
In the 1930s comic Submariner, Lady Dorma was his cousin, and they fell in love.
Yes, we also live in Kentucky, where lots of cousins fall in love.
Didn't Lady Dorma die?
Whoa, spoilers, dude! Wait,
Well, in this book it said she died.
Yeah,
Oh.
she says she dies.
major spoilers
I don't
for
think
a
he
book
did.
that came out in the 60s. Hey, good job, though. Wow, you guys have good memory.
No,
All
it
right.
just said like a little thing, like remember Lady Dorma died, and Submariner is sad now or something. I don't know.
Huh, okay. Well, why don't we carry this conversation into the video?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you to David.
Oh, wait. Yes, so we are looking at Mighty Marvel Masterworks Captain Marvel Volume 1, collecting Marvel Superheroes 12 and 3rd. Wow, I got a little opera there. That happens to me all the time when
That's
I'm here
not
by
funny.
myself. You done?